I'm here with Kylie Eddy. Kylie is the Director of Learning and Organisational Development at the Women and Children's Health Network in South Australia. And we're here today to talk about Kylie's participation in the Kirkpatrick evaluation programs at bronze and silver level. And the end result of silver, which, I mean, it's really like two stages. You attend some workshops and you then look at how you're going to, I guess, be able to report back on an initiative training program. Yeah, great.
Correct. And that's been delayed because of the current circumstances in the world.
Yes.
In terms of COVID, everything's been delayed really 6 months. So yeah, I'm hoping to achieve that this year.
Great, because even in normal circumstances, we would be saying, give yourself at least a year from a program being introduced in order for you to start to see, as you said, those behaviours changing, but particularly seeing whether the impact in terms of organisational impact is happening through what we call those leading indicators.
Correct.
Yeah. So I guess one final question for you, for people who are embarking potentially on bronze, and bronze gives you the skills and knowledge to understand the Kirkpatrick model framework and put together an evaluation plan that you can then evaluate a program subsequently. What would your advice be for someone embarking on considering doing bronze?
Well, I think it's actually a really valuable program, and it was, for me, it really clarified for me the link between evaluation and education.
Right.
Particularly, speaking from a health perspective, there is a culture historically in health, which still is in our organisation today, but slowly and surely we're addressing it. A bit of a tick box approach. Mm-hmm. So there's a problem, it's reactive, someone develops education for it, you do the education, you tick it off, and yeah, now that's solved and we can go on to the next thing. Yeah. And mandatory training is often an issue of that as well. Yeah. Accreditation comes around every 3 years, right at about 2.5 year mark, people start scrambling to do all their mandatory training, it's done, we tick it off. And that's a culture I think often happens in health, but it probably happens in other organisations as well. Yep. And so I think what it really showed for me was that, yeah, it's good that people do the education, but how effective is it? How does it change goals for the organisation? How does it improve care for the patients and consumers that we serve? Yeah. And where's the evidence that that the person doing that education has actually learnt the skills to demonstrate them on the job?
Yes.
And so for me, it was quite a revelation, but it gave a structure about how you could evaluate that. But also for me, in our role, the opportunity to then go out and mentor and coach a lot of educators out there, which we've done, and we've formed a network now of people who have, who really like the Kirkpatrick model and are applying it to education programs that they've got now. So there's been a mentoring and coaching role, as well as the impact directly on the education that we are designing now in the organisation.
Yeah,
and that came from going to the bronze one.
Yes, yeah. That's fantastic. Well, look, thank you for joining me today, and
very welcome.
Being able to help other people understand what it's like to participate in the bronze program. Thanks.
Thank you, and thanks for coming to Australia and delivering them.
Yes, we look forward at some point in the future to be able to return. Thank you.
Excellent.